so all that's left is if you, on your desktop, you right click in the space, like anywhere in the space, and it's gonna come up like this. Scroll down to the bottom, it's gonna say more settings, and then you hit this little left arrow in the top left. If it's not looking like this, if it is looking like this, great, you're going to canvas. And then for background, you're actually going to change it to solid white. So gotta do that, and it'll come out like this. To break it down, this would be the left side. You're going to put that on the hour. So the hour is going to look like this. Each one of these boxes is a day, right? An entire day. The only time that you're going to trade is between about 9 and 11:30. Okay, about 9 and 11:30. So between that time, something's going to happen, right? What you're looking for is, if the background is blue, you're looking for buys, right? Every day, this is going to jump over this black line, right? The price is going to jump over this black line, and your entry can be somewhere in there. As you can see, that's 100 pips right there. Just that little move, and that's the entire day, right? You could be done out of that with 50, 25, something like that. But as soon as that thing goes into profit, you see it happened here again, peel back behind it. It's about 9:30, and then jump back up. What did it do? 125 right there, right? And of course it's sold down. But if you're just going with, hey, look, this is blue. This foreground is telling you what's happening right now in the trend, right? This light blue is telling you right now. So blue and blue is great. And as you can see again, at about 9, still selling down. Pay attention to these TPs on the bottom. That's telling you, hey, look, it went to a real low point. It's a good time to pay attention to when it's going to buy back up. And what did it do? It jumped over here. That gave you an indication. Jumped over this. That gave you an indication. And it jumped over this black line as well. And that gave you another place, right? So that was a nice, easy day. So that's 3 days. You have 3 wins, all over 100 pips by looking for one thing, right? Here's the next day, 9 o'clock. What happens? You see these TPs are down here, so it got to a lower low. Perfect. And then what did it do? It jumped back up over this line, right? So here's 9 o'clock, and here it goes. Remember I said 25, 30, that's fine. Now if it comes back to this line and you haven't taken profit, just take it out. It would have sold all the way back down here, and then it went this way, right back up there. And guess what? Did this TP. Hey, look, this is a good time to look at it. Great. And then it buys up off of there, and goes another 40 right there. 45. Comes back and does it again. 166. And that's your day, right? Again, we're still in blue. We're still looking for buys. What happens? 9 o'clock. Sells down. Here's your TP. Right on the sell side, So you're looking for it to buy from there. And what does it do? It bought right from there. Have some buying energy. And then this thing ends up buying through here and here for another 161 pips. So I don't know how many days that is. It's about 5 days. This one is even easier. 9 o'clock again. 8, 9. Jumps over this line again. 371. Right? 3 different TPs there. Same thing happens here. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, it did it. Jump through here. TP, that's 228. If you weren't in there at 8 o'clock, no worries. You wait for the sell back. Comes all the way back. Tries to touch the line. And then buys back up again. Right? So that's what you're doing on a regular basis. Right? That's literally all you're doing. Now, if it's in a sell trend, right, that means the background is pink. Background is pink. What happens at 9 o'clock? We're looking for sales, but sometimes it's going and actually buying, right? So just pay attention and see, what it's doing. If we're above this line, then we're kind of looking for buys. If these are blue, we're kind of looking for buys. This is changing trends into a buy. So for this day, even if you pop down here for this, as soon as I get back to this line, get out, and all you're going to see is that this thing is buying, right? This whole thing turned blue, and then it ended up buying, right? So that's what that day looked like. That's the transition between a sell trend to a buy trend. But if you look, this light blue is telling you what's happening right now. So that turned blue. Hey, we're buying right now. Pulled down and jumped up, jumped out of there and bought. So remember, this foreground is what's happening right now. The background is what's happening overall, right? So day before that, here you go, 9 o'clock. You see how I did it perfectly here? And then jumped out of here as well. This faded green, it's kind of darker green right there. That's, a consolidation range, right? Consolidation means that it's, deciding which way it wants to go. But what does it do? It jumped out of there, it jumped over this line and did its thing, right? Go to a different day. It's literally over and over and over again. If you came to the computer and it looked like this, again, 9 o'clock, what did it do? The same thing. Jumped over at 8, retouched at 9, and took off. What do? We went into a right now, it's buying. Right? And did it again at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Right? So you just pay attention to what's happening right now. If these line up, sell and sell, that's even more powerful. Buy and buy, that's even more powerful. You see what happened at 9 a.m.? Perfect. Jumps out of here, jumps over this, and just sells crazy. Why? Because the background is pink and the foreground is pink. Right? Same thing happened here. Background was blue at 5 a.m., turned pink, pink and pink. Great. We're looking at 9 o'clock. And this happened. That's crazy. But by the time we show up, it already happened. No worries. Just pay attention to what's going on and see if there's anything there. If there's nothing there, just relax. Right? Just relax. Because if we see what happened the day before, you made a bag the day before. Why? When one is blue and one is pink, you just go with what's happening right now. What's happening right now is selling. Great. Here's 9 o'clock. And it sold down here. Came back, bought a little bit. A little bit is 162 pips. So either way you go, either way you cut it, it was that. So back through, jumped out of there, and did this. So that's just simplify, and that's what you're looking for on a daily basis. Everything on the other side is just giving you like a zoom in to what's happening inside of here. And it just gives you more insight. That way you can have a nice, you can know what's happening inside of here, right? And you can know ahead of time whether to get out of some things or exactly when to hop into some things, right? That's what that other side does for you. But as you can see, every single day, for the most part, you got some really, really good moves. Even if you're just looking at this and doing this. Cool. So hit me if you have any questions or anything like that, and we'll go from there.